Good evening from the BTV. Wishing you all well, sending plenty of love your way on another dreary day coming from down this bit of the countryside, if you get what I mean now. Response to Uncle Rayhill's video today, apologising to me about certain things that get said during whatever moments on social media, and I'm probably guilty of it as well. But look, let's clarify and put things into perspective a little bit now. When Uncle Ray says he gets jealous of me sometimes, he's like an immature little kid and blah, blah. Now, what he actually means is he's not jealous of me as a man, like the way that I am as a man compared to where he is as a man, known as being a hard man and that kind of stuff. What is he saying, Ray? Because he's not, what he means is that the way that I articulate my words, my stories, the way that I deliver my speeches and that kind of stuff, that he basically is saying he gets, in a nice way, saying he gets a bit jealous, that he wishes that he could probably speak in the way that I do, not bigging myself up or anything, but it's not jealousy as in, that I'm a better man than him in all capacities. I think when Uncle Ray says something sometimes, he uses the wrong words and the meaning can come across a little bit different to what he actually means. So we've got to forgive Uncle Ray for that. Now, many of you messaging me about me putting him in touch with certain people. Again, not so much in that way. I always believed that him and TA and a couple of others spoke by way of telephone before, if I remember rightly, from months ago. So it wouldn't have been me put me in touch. What he means is put me in touch months ago and they were speaking, if you get what I mean. Not putting him in touch and is that a word, and for bullying and threatening that many of you are saying that, yeah, he sent the heavy mob round there and that kind of stuff. A lot of those men I talk about, they're not actually into that kind of life no more. They're very law-abiding citizens and peaceful men. So again, Uncle Ray explains it in the way that he says it, but of course he means from 6 months ago that they were talking, but that's how he originally got in touch with some of those that he knew from that neck of the woods, that knew a few of my brothers from down the Essex Canning Town way, and the other bits and bobs that join certain people together, because we've been on similar journeys all our life. So it's all just the way Uncle Ray breaks things down. Now, people saying that, he's a great man for coming out and apologising, because some of the things he might have said are very untrue and were wholly, not a bit distasteful. But then, but I bit back as well and said a few nasty things myself. So it's on both sides. I shouldn't be biting. And as Uncle Ray said, that there is a lot in common down in West London. It has to be said. And we take Uncle Ray, listen to me. Uncle Rayhill cannot be bullied and threatened. There's no way. To be honest, my lot from east, north, south and west, all they do respect him and rate him as a hard man from back in the day, right? So those are the bits, there's no disputes about that. In his story, he could definitely have a row, right? So people suggesting that he's bottled it and goes this and that and all that. There's a little bit of respect for Uncle Ray there. But Uncle Ray can't be bullied. All it is the way that he explains himself and comes across when he feels he's got a little sulk in there. Believe it or not, some of you. And today I thought, I don't normally look at people's videos, but I looked at it, he looks like he was really sincerely hurt and sad and honest. It was an honest apology, to be perfectly honest. And Uncle Yang has to apologise and respect the older man. I know we've been there before, but it wasn't as bad as this, and we know that I've got a bit more of the gift of the gab than Uncle Ray. I'm not going to fall into that trap of belittling him because I know that I can articulate better than him. Whatever, and I say to you, to keep faith with Uncle Ray. He's an older man for us all. He's in West London. He almost knows in the Grove, Shepherd's Bush, and in Acton. There is a lot of people that will ring me and ring him and think, and vice versa and all that. Now, the Inquirer, the Inquirer channel, Matt Legg, played a part in this. I didn't play no part in what I said to you earlier about the way explaining about TA and all that. Ray's talking about beforehand, you know, like he's just mentioning names basically that where we're all pretty close to, if you get what I mean. But there's no one that can bully Uncle Ray and make him do anything against his will. He's not that kind of man, as you know. He's soft-hearted now, as you quite clearly see today. And as far as I know, I've got many friends down in the Grove. That's what I was going to say. That Ray was he was a non-blagger. Basically, those are the only other bits I believe that I was in Scrubs, and one with him in the early days. My recollection of him isn't too as good as it is with other men that I've met along the way. But they said that, you know, he was an armed robber and he used to make loads of money, and he had addiction problems himself with certain, with that living that life. And his book's coming out now, and it's not for me to mention his story and that kind of stuff. That's for you to read, with the respect that he has in certain places. We Yummy BTV says to bear with Uncle Ray. He's been through similar stuff, like a lot of us have as well. He's never going to be perfect, but I promise you, when he says that he will never call my name again, I won't be biting back if he does anyway. But I honestly think Uncle Ray knows not to do that kind of stuff no more, if you get what I mean. Yeah, sometimes the penny drops with certain things, and he's not, I don't believe that one for views or nothing like that. I think Uncle Ray genuinely, needs a little hug and a bit of love sometimes, and a show, maybe from those closer to me and around the surrounding areas, to make him, feel a little bit more secure as well, even though a lot of his friends, fair to say, are very close to me as well. So I might be up later. I've got to go on my travels, but Uncle Ray, peace and much love to you and the whole family and all that, and apologies from my side of things as well.